Hello, friends, and welcome back to April's Cozy Corner. Grab your coffee, grab your blanket, and let's get comfortable. Today, we're talking about something many people carry quietly inside themselves: childhood softness and what happens when life asks us to grow up too fast. Some children are allowed to move through childhood slowly. They get to be curious, carefree, and protected. They get to make mistakes without carrying adult-sized consequences. Others become responsible long before they should. They become the peacemakers, the caretakers, the emotional support system, the child who is always told they are so mature for their age. And while that sounds like a compliment, many of us eventually discover there was a hidden cost attached to maturity. Today, we're exploring the parts of ourselves that grew up too quickly, the softness we may have lost along the way, and how we can begin reclaiming it. When people hear the word softness, they often think of weakness, but softness was never weakness. Softness is trust. Softness is safety. Softness is believing someone will catch you when you fall. A soft childhood is not necessarily a perfect childhood. It is simply a childhood where a child gets to be a child. A child who feels safe enough to daydream, safe enough to cry, safe enough to make mistakes, safe enough to know everything. Children are naturally curious because they are not supposed to carry the weight of the world. They are supposed to wonder, to imagine, to play, to believe in possible things. When we look back at childhood memories, we often remember moments that felt small at the time. Watching cartoons on a Saturday morning, riding a bike, building forts, collecting rocks, lying in the grass and staring at the clouds. Those moments matter because they allowed us to exist without performing, without producing, without proving, without surviving. Many adults spend years trying to return to feelings they experienced naturally as children: peace, wonder, safety, and presence. The irony is that these things were never luxuries. They were supposed to be part of growing up. Some children become adults before adulthood arrives. Maybe there was instability at home. Maybe there was conflict. Maybe there was illness, addiction, or emotional neglect. Or maybe there was simply an expectation that they should always be responsible. These children often learn lessons far too early. They learn how to read moods, how to anticipate problems, how to avoid conflict, how to become useful, how to become needed. Their survival depends on paying attention. While other children are focused on playing, they are focused on safety. While other children are exploring who they are trying to keep everything from falling apart. And because they become so capable, people often admire them. They hear things like, "You're so mature," "You're so responsible," or "You're such a good kid." But nobody asks what they had to sacrifice to become that way. The world often celebrates survival skills without recognizing the pain that created them. A child should not have to earn love through responsibility. A child should not have to become emotionally self-sufficient before they are emotionally developed. A child should not feel responsible for everyone else's feelings, yet many do. And years later, they wonder why rest feels so uncomfortable, why asking for help feels impossible, why they feel guilty when they aren't being productive. The answer is often hidden in childhood. One of the hardest parts of healing is grieving something that never happened. It's difficult to mourn experience you never got to have. You can miss a childhood that existed, but you can also miss a childhood that should have existed. Many adults carry an invisible grief, not because they want to stay children forever, but because part of them never got the chance to fully be one. Sometimes healing involves acknowledging this truth. You deserve softness, you deserve protection, you deserve comfort, and you deserve guidance. Not because you are perfect, not because you earned it, simply because you were a child. There is something heartbreaking about realizing how much strength you had, and something equally heartbreaking about realizing how much strength you should have never needed. Sometimes the strongest people were simply the children who had no choice. The child who learns to survive often becomes an adult who struggles to rest. The child who learns to be responsible often becomes an adult who struggles to receive. The child who learns to carry everything often becomes an adult who forgets they are allowed to put things down. Life moves in strange circles. Many of us spend childhood wanting to be older, then spend adulthood trying to recover the parts of ourselves that disappeared when we got there. Perhaps healing is not becoming someone new. Perhaps healing is returning to the person we were before survival became our full-time job. One of the strangest experiences in adulthood is realizing that many of the traits people praise about you were born from survival. You are independent, reliable, strong, and self-sufficient. You can handle anything. At least that's what everyone says. But sometimes the person who looks strongest is carrying the heaviest load. When children grow up too quickly, survival stops being something they do and becomes someone they are. They become the friend who never asks for help, the coworker who takes on everything, the parent who believes they must carry every burden alone, the partner who gives and gives and gives but struggles to receive. Over time, survival becomes automatic. You stop checking whether you're tired. You stop noticing your own needs. You stop asking yourself what you want. You become so focused on holding everything together that you forget you are part of the equation. Many adults who grew up too fast secretly feel uncomfortable when life becomes too peaceful. Chaos feels familiar. Rest feels suspicious. Silence feels unsettling. When you spent years waiting for the next problem, calm can feel foreign. Sometimes people think healing means becoming stronger, but often healing means becoming softer. Not weaker, softer. Allowing yourself to stop racing for impact. Allowing yourself to believe that not every day is an emergency. Allowing yourself to sit in peace without searching for the next crisis. That can be surprisingly difficult because when survival has been your identity for decades, letting go of it can feel like losing part of yourself. But perhaps what you're actually losing is exhaustion. If you grew up too fast, I hope this reminds you that parts of yourself that needed softness, comfort, and care were never wrong for needing those things. Perhaps healing isn't about becoming stronger than you've already been. Perhaps it's about allowing yourself to be gentler with the person who carried so much for so long. The child inside you survived. The adult inside you is learning that survival is no longer the only way to live. May you give yourself permission to rest, permission to receive, permission to move through life without carrying everything on your shoulders. And most of all, permission to rediscover the softness that has always belonged to you. Thank you for spending this time with me here in April's Cozy Corner. If you'd like to continue the conversation, you can find me over on Instagram. I love to hear your thoughts and experiences. Until next time, be gentle with yourself, take care of your heart, and remember that healing doesn't always happen through grand transformation. Sometimes it happens through small moments of kindness towards ourselves, one day at a time.